Not right now. I have time to deliver your package. Some cool stuff that we have 3,000 now. Yeah, 3,000. So we got the leg, so let's make it back. That looks different. All of that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Are these all unique now? I feel like they weren't all like that before. That booster sure helps out. Yeah, we're just gonna avoid you. Oh, we got the right leg. Awesome. So now, this log should just be that one, right? Cool. Well, I think I'm gonna call that good. 2 hours for the day, and then I'll break it into 10-minute sections, and I'll post it up and make a playlist and go through the whole story and get all the different ships and all that stuff. This is fun. I'm gonna look forward to playing it tomorrow and getting the whole storyline going and getting a better ship and upgrading the weapons and all that. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm just gonna play an exit video and then get off. So
please join me in welcoming Andrew Yang.
In America today, everything revolves around the almighty dollar.
You go out, Lynn, and bundle $250,000 for me, and then you call me after I'm elected and say, Joe, I'd like to come and talk to you about something. I'm going to say, sure, Lynn, come on in.
Money has completely overrun our politics. Our schools, our hospitals, our media, even our government.
Biden spoke at a private fundraiser earlier this week and told the big donors that nothing will fundamentally change.
It's why we don't trust our institutions anymore. Why are we losing to the fossil fuel companies? Why are we losing to the gun lobby and the NRA? We all know that our government has been overrun by money and corporate interests. It makes it so that Medicare can't even negotiate drug prices on behalf of the American people. These companies only know one language. They've long ago lost their sense of public interest, public good, public health. No. We have a system now where it just rewards the bottom line. As someone who's run a business, I can tell you flat out our current healthcare system makes it harder to hire. It makes it harder to treat people well and give them benefits and treat them as full-time employees. It makes it harder to switch jobs, and it's certainly a lot harder to start a business. If we say, look, we're going to get healthcare off the backs of businesses and families, then watch American entrepreneurship recover and bloom. That's the argument we should be making to the American people. We have to end the forever wars. The answer is to wash the money out with people-powered money. we give every American 100 democracy dollars that you can only give to candidates. Because if I'm a congressperson, I have 10,000 people, that's $1 million. This would wash out the lobbyist cash by a factor of 8 to 1. If you are a sensible legislator, you're going to start doing what the people want because that's where the money will be. This way you unify the popular will and the money in a way that then restores our government to us. The automation of our jobs is the central challenge facing us today.
Because artificial intelligence is here and it is accelerating.
We already automated away millions of manufacturing workers in the Midwest, and those communities have never recovered. And the trends that affected those communities are now going to affect administrative work, retail, food service and food prep, truck driving and transportation. It's going to be a buzzsaw through the economy. We talk about it like Donald Trump is the cause of all of our problems. He is not. We're in the midst of the greatest economic transformation in the history of our country, what experts are calling the fourth industrial revolution. And any politician not addressing it is failing the American people.
That raises the question of basic income for everybody.
If you've heard anything about me and my campaign, you've heard that someone is running for president who wants to give every American $1,000 a month. This is a deeply American idea.
The guaranteed minimum income.
The biggest lie in American life is that we don't have the money. What good is record high GDP in a country that also has record high suicides, drug overdoses, and a life expectancy that has gone down for 3 straight years? When a company declares a dividend, everyone applauds management. We are the richest, most advanced society in the history of mankind. We need to take the bounty of the 21st century economy and start returning it to people. We can easily afford $1,000 a month for every American.
We could be talking to the first Asian American president ever.
Yeah, Andrew, I think you might be in the wrong profession because you're making way too much sense.
You know what I love about you, Andrew? I love the fact that you're up here discussing solutions and not problems. You actually have ideas.
You're a good man. I wish you well. I think your message is excellent.
I sit with my jaw open. I agree with you so strongly.
Andrew Yang, give him a hand.
I speak from experience when I say Andrew Yang is the one.
So we have to start facing facts. And the entire socialism-capitalism dichotomy, again, is out of date and is breaking down. We have to try and take the best of both worlds and build an economy that centers around how people are doing.
Yang has already made a name for himself by supporting a universal basic income.
He wants to give every American $1,000 a month.
We need to accelerate and evolve our economy and society as fast as possible. And I'm the man for that job because the opposite of Donald Trump is an Asian man who likes math.
Andrew Yang is a New York entrepreneur who's never held political office.
Tonight, he spoke one-on-one with King 5's Natalie Swaby. She joins us now with what he had to say.
It was right here at Gasworks Park tonight that Andrew Yang said if elected, his first priority as president would be to implement $1,000 a month for every American adult.
Nobody knows who Andrew Yang is. You know, he's not a politician, complete underdog, and surprisingly, actually, he's doing really well.
He's a serious person. He's smart and he cares.
The Tesla CEO tweeted his support for the venture capitalist on Saturday.
Yang, gang, gang.
Andrew Yang is polling above 2 senators and 1 governor.
Right. He's actually higher in the polls. He's like this outlier. He's 44, you know, the guy with the cap that said math.
You're raising issues that nobody else is talking about, and you're looking at it from a perspective that nobody else is really looking at him.
He's gone viral in a whole range of different communities.
He's not saying the same kind of stuff that all the other candidates are saying. And when he talks, it lands, in part because he's saying things that are unique.
I think America is ready for a different kind of president who's more about substance than form. I'm not a politician. I'm not someone who's been rattling around Washington for years or decades. Most Americans don't think that career politicians are going to solve our problems. And I think those problems are accelerating and getting more and more serious. Right. I'm also a parent. And when you have kids, you also have a different perspective where you think, okay, how am I going to leave the country or the world in a condition that I'd be proud to leave to my kids? And right now, I'm not excited about the world we're leaving to our kids. I mean, our life expectancy has declined for the last 3 years due to a surge in drug overdoses and suicides. 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. 57% say they can't afford an unexpected $500 bill. And so people are looking around and saying, wait a minute, if GDP's at a record high? Why do things feel so lousy? How can you say an economy is healthy when our people are dying? If you say, oh, someone else will take care of this, that almost never works. So I decided I could make a contribution.
So I came to Washington, D.C., and I said, what are we going to do? This official said to me, Andrew, you're in the wrong town. No one in this town is going to do anything about the problems that you described because this town is a town of followers, not leaders. And the only way for us to do something about it is if you bring a wave crashing down on our heads. I looked at that and I thought these words.
Challenge fucking accepted! We talk about it like Donald Trump is the cause of all of our problems. He is not. He is a symptom. He is a manifestation. We are going through the greatest economic transformation in our country's history. I'm the son of immigrants myself, and if you go to a factory here in Michigan, you will not find wall-to-wall immigrants. You will find wall-to-wall robots and machines. Immigrants are being scapegoated for issues they have nothing to do with in our economy. And what we did to the manufacturing jobs, we will now do to the retail jobs, the call center jobs, the fast food jobs, the truck driving jobs, and on through the economy. Raise your hand in the crowd if you've seen stores closing where you live. It is not just you. Amazon is closing 30% of America's stores and malls and paying zero in taxes. In a country that is tearing itself apart with people turning on each other, this is the mindset of scarcity that is sweeping our country. We have to make big choices right now as a country. And we have to start evolving and advancing in terms of the way we see our economy and our role within it. What we have to do is we have to focus on fixing the system that is distorting and dehumanizing. I'm running for president because I'm an American and I'm a parent, and I can see the country we will leave to our children, and it is not something that I'm willing to accept.
The only thing I worry about is that some total unknown that nobody ever heard of comes along.
And so he would be someone to watch because there's still time for an outlier to kind of rise up.
And the guy just has solution after solution after solution.
There is something compelling about a guy that just seems to have played by the rules and done everything right and believes in math and believes in science.
You make sense to me, and you can fix stuff that's happening in the towns that I see every day. I'm going to listen to what you have to say. Pay attention to this kid's plan.
I have done the math. It's not left. It's not right. It's forward, and that is how we're going to beat Donald Trump in 2020. So the third big thing is, how many of you all woke up this morning? Oh, what do we got? Eagles, it's a sign.